it's Erica from HeartsChat Radio Show, and today I'm here to talk about how to stay on track with the things that you want to do. So, what are some things that you want to do? It's pretty vague, but I think that these tips will help you to stay on track, motivate you, help you kind of keep you on the right path and towards accomplishing those things that you want to do. So, keep watching if you want to know my tips. So, things that you want to do, what exactly do you want to do? I think a good place to start is to think about your life. What is something that you want to accomplish in your life? Do you have a lifelong goal? If you don't, maybe that's something to think about. So you have something you want to accomplish in your life. So let's scale it way back to what do you want to accomplish in a year, to what do you want to accomplish in 1 month, and then take it back further. What do you want to accomplish for the week? What do you want to accomplish in your day? And then what do you want to accomplish for the morning, the afternoon, the evening? What are your goals for the day? And also, speaking of goals, if you watched or maybe you didn't watch, check out Akila's video on how to goal set. She uses a bullet journal and it's really good, and she goes in depth about her bullet journal and goal setting. It's very helpful. So that's another topic, but kind of along the lines of staying on track. So the first step is to kind of have an idea of what is the thing that you want to do. Maybe you want to eat better. Maybe you want to exercise more. Maybe you like to stick with the routine that you've been trying to stick with. So whatever is that thing that you want to do, figure out what that thing is and set your goal. So I think the biggest tip here is about falling off. So falling off is when you have a plan or a goal that you want to accomplish and you're doing these things, all of a sudden you just stop doing those things. You stop working towards that goal that you want to work for. And I think that that's what's called falling off. And we all do it. We all start something and we kind of fall off. But the key here is how you look at falling off. So to me, I think falling off is actually a part of the process. Falling off isn't exactly like, a bad thing. It's a part of it. So really work to change your mindset, what you think, falling off is. Falling off isn't, oh, I messed up, it's over. Falling off can be very, very helpful and very, very beneficial. So for instance, you fall off. Okay, that's fine. Think about why. What was it that caused you to fall off? Was it an environment, a person, a thing? Like, what was it? What is the trigger? Identify that contributed to you falling off. Once you identify that, you know how to tackle it and you know how to approach it. So that barrier won't exactly get in your way anymore. I think it can helpful. It's like you probably will fall off again, maybe, but I think it's less likely once you're aware of what that thing is that kind of gets in your way, so you know how to navigate around that. Another thing with falling off is sometimes we fall off and it's like, it's over. Like I said, it's the end. Well, it's not. So my tip here would be don't wait until the next week. Like, oh, I messed up this week. I have to wait till next week. I have to start fresh. I have to start next month with that goal or whatever, the thing is that you're trying to do. Don't wait. There's a quote that I like and I try and live by it. And it says, the best time to do something is yesterday. So if you fall off, you don't necessarily have to wait until the next week or like your fresh start to get back on it. The fresh start could be the moment you realize you've fallen off and you want to stay on track. That's the moment. That's the fresh start. And that's when you do it, if you can. Do it that day, that moment, right now. Because I know for me, I put it off, I wait. It's going to be a while. I have to do it. Don't think about it too much. Just do it. And if you want to start the next day, that's perfectly fine. Just start the next day. That's okay. Accept that falling off is just a part of the process. Doesn't mean it's over. It's normal. It happens. It's a part of it. Falling off, you also can grow from it. You learn, about yourself, which anytime you learn about yourself, you're growing. So you grow from that. It makes you stronger, I think, because I think you can start something, and it could be tough to start something, but I do think it's even tougher to fall off and then, get back on and keep going. I think that's really tough. You do it, you show yourself, wow, I really am, pretty savvy. I really am that strong that I can fall off and get back on, keep going, and do it. So let's just throw that idea away that falling off is bad and that it's the end, because it's definitely not. It's completely normal. It's completely a part of it, and you learn. And if you fall off and keep going, I think you're more likely to keep up with, going towards that thing that you want to accomplish, because you're going to keep learning and seeing the things that get in your way and knowing to stay away from those things, and knowing that, yeah, I fell off a little bit here, but I don't have to completely throw all my work away. I can keep going. So that's what I think about falling off. I think that's really important to note. So I want to talk about some mistakes and some fixes. So one of the biggest mistakes is no commitment. If you're not committed to accomplishing the thing that you want to do, there's kind of no point to do it. You really have to be committed. You could do it. I mean, you can. You're not committed to it. It's not going to stick, and it's not going to last. So that's the first thing. Really, really being committed. Some ideas to help you to stay committed. The number one thing, and we always talk about this on HeartsChat, is support. Support, and more support. Find your accountability partner and let them know this is something that you want to do. Allow them to help you to stay committed and be accountable. The second way to stay committed, and it also helps with your accountability, is to journal. We keep talking about this thing about writing things down. It really, really, really helps. So write it down, journal about it. Maybe you journal about it once a week, every day. I think every day will help it to be more part of your routine, and you're more likely to do it if you journal every day. So journal about your experience, and this is going to be so beneficial, because let's say, for instance, let's go back to that, falling off phase. Let's say you've fallen off for about a month or so. So, but you have been journaling, and then maybe you get the idea that I want to get back on it. I want to continue to do, the thing that I want to do, work towards that. You go to your journal after you've fallen off, and you can read about, hopefully, your good experience and how good you feel about it, how helpful it is, how beneficial it is for your life. And that will definitely help to motivate you to say, well, maybe I should pick it back up, because that thing was working for me. I was doing good. I felt good. I was proud of myself. So journal, so that later, in case you do happen to fall off, you have something to look back on and remind you of why this thing was so good and why you want to do it in the first place. So that's really, really helpful. And journaling is also helpful in case, for some reason, you don't have a trusted person or that accountability partner. Your journal can kind of be your accountability partner, because it's something that you're doing every day, and you're keeping track. And if you miss, at some point, hopefully you'll say, oh, I missed my journal a few days. I really need to get back on my journal and, keep it going. Sometimes that guilt that we have for not doing things that we should be doing can kind of help us in some ways. Another thing that is a mistake is to not have a timeline. Not having a timeline is a big mistake. You don't have to have a timeline for a year or like a month, because that can be too overwhelming and too much. I like to do things in baby steps. I think it's all about progress. So you can have a timeline for, I'm going to do this thing for 3 days and see how it goes. I'm going to try for a week. And progressively, you can increase it. Or you just start, I'm going to do this 3 day by 3 day, day by day, kind of, progressively kind of thing, and, see how that works. If it's smaller, I think it helps you to be able to do it longer, because you're not thinking, oh my gosh, I have to do this for another week. Hopefully whatever thing it is that you're doing, it's not like, oh, I don't want to do this. Hopefully it's something that you want to do, something that's going to give you great results, make you feel good, and help you accomplish what you want to accomplish. So hopefully, you're excited about it. But I do understand that sometimes you get kind of like, sometimes there's highs and lows, peaks and valleys. But I do think that giving yourself a timeline is helpful to keep you on track, because it will guide you. It's almost like when you're running. When you run around a track and you see those little points that you're going towards, and you see the finish line, you can see it. So it helps you to be like, oh, I'm almost there. I can do it. I can see it. I see the light. I'm almost there. I can do it. Versus having a timeline that's way too long, and you can't even, it's so far, you can't even see the finish line. Or not having a timeline at all, where you have, you're just floating basically. So have a timeline. Start 3 days, start a week, and go from there, and, see how it goes. Hopefully those tips are helpful. So it's a good idea, I'm just going to go over the few, to be committed. Have to be committed. It's a good idea to keep a journal every day of your experience. It's a good idea to have support, have an accountability partner. And it's a great idea to have a timeline, to have some type of idea of how long you want to start this for. And to remember that falling off is definitely a part of the process. So don't wait until, the next week to get back on, the next month. Just do it. That moment, the next day. And if you do so happen to wait a long time, that's still okay as long as you do it. As long as you do it and get back into it. So I hope that these tips will help you or inspire you or motivate you in some type of way to be able to do the things that you want to do and stay on track with them. So if you'd like to know more about this, just leave a comment and we can do another episode or more videos about how to stay on track, because obviously there are a lot more ideas and a lot more things to talk about. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you next time. Bye.
If you are an artist and would like us to play your music or have a product or brand that you would like us to advertise, or if you have any questions or comments, please email us at HeartsChat@HeartsChatRadioshow.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Periscope at HeartsChat, and our Instagram at HeartsChatRadio. We post a lot of motivational messages up throughout the day, so if you need a little inspiration or pick-me-up, follow our pages. And for more information on HeartsChat, be sure to visit our website, www.HeartsChatRadioshow.com.
We hope you enjoyed our show today. Tune in every Sunday and Tuesday on HeartsChatRadioshow.com for a new episode of HeartsChat. So don't forget to tune in again at HeartsChatRadioshow.com and check us out.
And visit my blog and ask me all of your relationship questions anonymously at FromEricasHeart.com. Thank you for listening to HeartsChat, where we speak from the heart.
Bye.
Bye-bye.